Hello friends, I hope you're having a good day today. Today I thought I'm gonna share with you the notebooks that I use and how I use them. But before we start with that, let's make some tea. I have my beautiful morning mug here, which says rise and shine, and it's perfect size for tea because it's very big. Today's message is: the purpose of life is to live in balance. This is a really nice sound. And I will just leave it sit for now. The first one I'm going to show you is my diary, where I keep track of my habits that I set for this year and just the day-to-day tasks that I want to complete. It's a spiral notebook, and I really like it because you can turn it any way you like and open it any way you like. And it has many pages, so it's perfect for this purpose. When we open it, it clearly states which year it's for, and I like the idea of setting the tone for the year, and specifically a specific word. So the word of this year is consistency, and the reason why I chose consistency is because I read it somewhere some time ago. I'm not sure whether it was a blog post or a book or maybe even a podcast, but the idea was that the biggest act of self-care and self-love even is to be consistent. And by that it means that to be consistent is to be responsible towards yourself and do the things that you say you would like to do for yourself. And I like this idea because how can we say that we're responsible people only if we keep our words when it comes to other people but not ourselves? And it says a lot about someone when you can see that the person you're dealing with is consistent and they're doing the things that they said that they're gonna do for themselves. Because at the end of the day, we're the most important people in our lives, and we need to strive to be responsible with our lives. But I got a little bit too philosophical for that video and for the time of the day as well. So let's just continue. You'll see that I have many stickers here, and yes, stickers are my weak spot. On this page here, it's a a very powerful exercise that one of my friends shared with me, and it's the second or third time that I'm completing it. So essentially the idea is that you write a page about yourself and the facts about yourself at the end of the year, of the calendar year, and then on the next page you write things that you want to be true or you're planning to do, or how you want to see yourself in a year time. And then in a year time you compare the two and what you have achieved, and whether you feel the way you wanted to feel, whether you look the way you wanted to look. And it can be very specific. Probably actually it's best if it's very specific. So for example, how you want to be dressed, how you want to feel, what place you want to be at when you read that page again. And what makes it even more powerful is that you actually draw yourself in both of the pages. But I did it once, and even though it was very nice and funny, I still prefer this time to use actual photos of me. So that was me on the New Year's Eve, and that's another photo from 2025 that I really like. So I thought I'll use it for how I want to see myself in a year time. And so I don't peek here and don't look at it often. I have the clipper here, and it keeps it all tucked away for now. And here we have the trackers. So the first one, and probably you can see the difference between the two, I wanted to create them myself, but as you can see it came out very sloppy and it actually took a lot of time. So I thought, since I want another 3 trackers, it's gonna take me a long time. So then I just printed them out. But the first one is the mood tracker. I have 5 categories here and all the months of the year. And so far I haven't felt very low, which is good, and on most days I just feel neutral, which is still good. It doesn't have to be high or very high. Neutral is good. And then I have the workout tracker, and I'm very proud to say that I've been very consistent. I've been mainly doing yoga, and the first rest day I had was yesterday, and today I'm planning on going back to doing yoga. The next tracker is the reading tracker, and again I'm very proud to say that I've been reading for all the days of this year so far, and I've already finished a few books, and my goal really is to read at least for 30 minutes a day, which might sound not a lot, but you would be surprised how many books you can actually read this way in a year if you only just dedicate 30 minutes of your time each day. So today actually is Sunday, and I had a goal for myself to read twice as much on Sunday. So today I read for an hour, and I'm just going to fill it in. And as you can imagine, filling in the boxes is one of the most satisfying things about it, along obviously with actually learning new things, moving my body, just setting the goals that I set for myself. So today is done. Next one is the one that I'm not very sure about, but I had it printed out, so I thought I'm gonna dedicate it to research tracker. And by research tracker, I mean many different things. For example, the yellow indicates when I research travel. So I look up the places, what I can do at these places, the different attractions that I want to see, making the routes, researching the prices. So far I did 2 of this on 2 different days. Then the green one indicates job hunting. So far I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of job hunting. The red one indicates YouTube, and I'll be putting one for today too because I'm recording that video. And this also means the days when I'm editing the videos or researching stuff for YouTube. Okay. And then the next stuff is the actual days and what I'm doing. And here I can already take this off, reading for 1 hour. And then I'll have the rest of the day to complete everything else. And I'm taking this off here, the face massage. And this is how it looks when it's not done. It's just the next week here. And I'll actually complete the week after, the 2 weeks after. It's very therapeutic to do it. It's just a very calm activity. And I like that I decided to do it this way because I can just create it the way I want it. And if I don't like it, I can change the layout at any point. But to be honest, I've used this layout before for a few years and I actually really like it. I'm just checking that the lines are corresponding with the previous weeks. And then I have this one for Saturday and Sunday. And now I'll do the same on this side. 23rd of Feb, Monday. 24th of Feb, Tuesday. 25th of Feb, Wednesday. 26th of Feb, Thursday. 27th of Feb, Friday. Then 28th of Feb, Saturday. And then we have the 1st of March, which is Sunday. And we'll do the same here. So it will be the 2nd. 2nd of March, Monday. 3rd of March, Tuesday. 3rd of March, Wednesday. 4th of March, Thursday. 5th of March, Friday. 6th of March, Saturday. And 7th of March, Sunday. Oh, I just realized what I did there. Did you realize it before me? Okay, so this is 4th, this is 5th, this is 6th, 7th, and 8th. And here I'll just put March 2026. What I like to do next is just for aesthetic purposes. I just like to highlight the headings. And as the days will be approaching the weeks, I will be filling the days. And the last thing that I have in this notebook, in this diary, to make it extra interesting for me, I put in some challenges that I would like to follow during this year. So I just put them in the order as the ideas were coming in, but they're not, the numbers are not corresponding to the months. Actually, the first challenge the face massages. Actually, the first challenge was the yoga challenge I was following by one of the YouTubers called Charlie Follows. So January was dedicated to the yoga challenge, and now February I have a month of face massages. I just want to see whether a full month of them will make any difference to my face. I used to do that before quite regularly, so I thought I'm gonna give it a try again. And I did one last night, and I'll be doing one today as well. One of the other challenges that I have is a month of no fizzy drinks, a month of no sugar and sweets, a month of meditation, a month of waking up at 9 a.m. I might change this one because I'm not quite sure about it, even though my routine being out of whack a little bit, but I'm not sure about this one. I'll see. Then we have a month of dry brush body massages, a month of going for a walk every day, and this one will probably be in spring or summertime, so it can be a little bit more enjoyable. And the next ones are a little bit more interesting because I thought I don't want to do things like strict things for my health or my well-being. I want to do something fun too. And the first one is a month of TED Talk videos. Another one is trying different fruit every day. This one will probably have to be May towards summer, because that's when there'll be more different things to try. Then it's letters of appreciation. I'm really excited about this one because I want to dedicate it to people who inspire me, who I'm very grateful for having them in my life. So I'm really excited towards this month. Then we have decluttering and selling, which is another one which I'm not sure about because I tend to be very strict with decluttering and selling. So whenever I notice that there is something that I don't want to wear anymore, or I haven't been wearing it for a while, I will sell it straight away. So I'll put it on sale. And I've been doing it for quite a few years now, and it really helps me with my focus, knowing that I've got things that I really like and I wear. So I'm not sure, maybe I'll change it when the time comes. And the last one is a month of drawing. Don't spend much time drawing, and it only happens once in a while when I have inspiration, or I want to do some DIY, or when I'm having very high emotions and I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to channel them. So I thought I actually want to try and do little drawings with maybe watercolors or just pencils or pens, we'll see, or maybe just even little sketches. I'm a bit hesitant about it because I haven't drawn every day for a while. The last time it was when I was doing a watercolor course almost 7 years ago, and as part of it I was doing drawings pretty much every day. But we'll see. Just the fact that it makes me hesitate, I think it's a good sign that I need to do it. So when the time comes, I will report back. So this is my main diary. created a little collage, essentially summing up the things that I want to do this year. I think my tea is ready now, so I'll have a sip. So the next notebook that I have is The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin, and it's a 5-year record diary. So I already completed the first year of it, and I started my second year. And I noticed that when I was completing the first year, it was more of a chore. But now that I'm in my second year, and whenever I complete the days now, I can see what was happening the year before, and it's just really nice because I can compare my states or whatever I was doing, wherever I was happening to be. I'll just read this little note here. Why I keep a one-sentence journal. Several years ago, I became alarmed by how little I remembered from my own past, so I looked for a realistic way to keep a colorful record of my life. Because keeping a proper journal seemed far too daunting, I decided instead to keep a one-sentence journal. Every night, I write just one sentence. And now that I've kept my journal for several years, I know that one sentence is indeed enough to keep memories vivid. A one-sentence journal is very satisfying. It's manageable, so it doesn't feel like a burden. It gives me the feeling of accomplishment and growth that's so important to happiness. It helps me recall happy moments, and it gives me a reason to reflect on my experiences in a loving and grateful way. We tend to overestimate what can be done in the short term and underestimate what can be done in the long term, a little bit at a time. Writing one sentence a day sounds easy, and it is. At the end of the year, it adds up to a marvelous record. Gretchen Rubin, author of The Happiness Project. And apart from having the one sentence every day has a little quote which can make you think or reflect on your life. And what I like to do too is I add the city that I've been at every time I make an entry. So for example, on the 2nd of September I was in Athens, and the 3rd of September I was in London. It was the few weeks that I was traveling around. So here it is. It's a little bit beaten up, and if you can see these ones here, these are made by my cat because he just likes to chew on things. But it makes it extra special this way. And then the last one that I started keeping at the end of 2025 is this beautiful 100 books reading journal. I found it at Shop Tiger, or how it's called now, Flying Tiger, and they had a few other notebooks like that. The one was a travel journal, another one was TV series journal, and I believe it was a bucket list journal. And out of all of them, I like this one better. And especially when I opened it, I was so happy to buy it because I wanted to keep record of the books that I'm reading. So the way it goes, you can put what format the book is in, either audiobook or book. I'm surprised it doesn't have the ebook here, so I just put it manually myself. Then we have the title, the author, my favorite character, when I started reading it, then when I finished it, who I would recommend it to, when the book was first published, and the genre. Then when I finish it, I can put how much I liked it, the ease of reading, a little bit about the author, a quote that made me think, and the summary of the book. So, for example, the one I started reading a few days ago, it's a physical book, and it's called It's On Me, Accept Hard Truths, Discover Yourself, and Change Your Life, by Sarah Kuburik. And it's a self-help psychology book. And I'm reading it in English. The one that I read before that was a very beautiful book called На солнечной стороне улицы. So it was a Russian book, but the translation of it is The Sunny Side of the Street, and the author is Tina Rubina. So it took me just 2 weeks to read it, and I put the quotes that made me think in Russian, since I was reading them in Russian, and it was a novel slash memoir, because it was based on the author's memories and the memories of the people she knows. And I put a little bit of information about the author and the summary of the book. So the book Sunny Side of the Street is an autobiographical novel. It talks about fates of Katya Shiklova and her daughter Vera, where all the stories unfold in a colorful Tashkent. The book combines genres of family saga, adventurous novel, and memoirs, exploring the topics of art, love, and survival. The novel is considered to be one of the most iconic works of Tina Rubina, in which she vividly described her relationship with Tashkent and the mark it left on her life and memories. The book got an award, the Big Book, for season 2006-2007. The story is a work of action, but also based on memories of people she knew. So this is how it looks like. And as I said, I started using this diary just on the 8th of December. And you can see that I'm already on my 7th book. And it's only the beginning of February. The 6th book. As I was saying, the power of reading just 30 minutes a day is huge. So if you've been meaning to start reading and you've been overwhelmed by the idea of spending an hour or more a day, just 30 minutes can make a huge difference. Or even 20, or even 15. Just one chapter. You choose what's the most manageable thing for you. I really like the design of it and the color of it. It's just very pretty. And also I have some Gilmore Girls stickers here. So here are my journals slash diaries. I hope maybe you got inspired by some of them, or just found it interesting to maybe do something similar, or come back to it if you used to do that. Thank you for having me here and for you being here as always. I hope you have a beautiful day and a relaxing